Cape United have signed 8 players that will join the green half of the capital for the 2024 season. The new signings include Bruce Hwange, Lot Chunga, Ralph Kawandera, Tafadzwa Jabangwe, Wayne Makua, Simba Gunda, Junior Munjira, and Munyaradzi Chirwa. Makebekebe also reported to have retained 13 players from last season, and they are also looking at the possibility of signing a 2022 Rookie of the Year, Jaden Bakare. He has been training with Caps United. All those names that we've seen on that transfer list, Caps United posting on the socials, those 8 signings, but which ones have you seen at training so far amongst those that we've listed?
I think we've seen Ralph, Bruce, Nyarazi Chirwa, I think, yeah. And who else? I think one of the boys, and Junior Bunjira as well, has been training with the team. And I think it's more to do with not just bring in all those experienced guys, because most of the guys that I've talked about, besides Bruce Kangwa and Ralph, some of them, they are as young, as people want. You know, but at the end of the day, it's more to do with the results.
Are there any players that are on that list that you've personally scouted?
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them.
So obviously you're happy with the signings?
The coach is happy.
The coach is happy.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. And then looking at Premiership outfit Hwange, they've turned to veteran players as they look to rebuild their squad after losing close to 10 players in the transfer market. Achipangana lost the likes of Nedrick Madea, Clive Chuma, Brighton Makopa, Brian Mlochwa, as well as Brendan Arrendo. The club has since signed Newman Sianchali. He comes in from Triangle, Tolisani Moyo from Greenfield, Pikitemba Ngube from Caps United, as well as the forgotten ZPC Kariba duo of Winston Mango and Pakamani Dube. Looking at Highlanders as well, they continue to make reinforcements to their squad after losing several key players, including Mongeni Ndlovu, Brighton Manire, Raman Kubuktanzira. This was during the transfer window, and Boso on Wednesday confirming the signing of attacking midfielder Brian Ndlovu. He comes through from Adachi FC. They apply their trade in the Southern Region, Division 1. The 24-year-old signing a 3-year contract, and he joins Brian Mulochwa and Rizen Sibanda, whilst Calvin Chigonere, who was on loan from Talent Vision, has also been signed up on a permanent deal. So, Boso, at the beginning of the transfer window, it just looked like they were losing some of their best players, but now making efforts to come through with some reinforcements. Most of them are not really household names, but we've seen, especially if you take a look at last season, David, that some players come through, especially from in and around the Bulawayo region, and make their names at Boso.
Yeah, that's Zimbabwean football for you, Teach. You can have the player this season, next season is moving somewhere else. But with Highlanders, I like their system whereby they sign players on longer-term contracts. They can have them on a 3-year contract, which is fair. Of course, they might have issues about signing on fees and all, but I think Boso, when they are doing business, they make sure that they send players, especially on longer contracts, because whoever coach comes in, and anoshkuwana my players aripo na time kumboswera achitanga futhi kuti takutangidza kuti one.
There's continuity.
Exactly. There's continuity at Highlanders. And those that have been released, if you look at them, some of them, they are veterans. Besides Brighton Manire and Mbongeni Ndlovu, but the rest of the guys that were released, I think most of them, they are those guys that are veterans of football. Raman Kutsanzira, imagine, I played with him 2012 at Cape United, and now he has moved, I think, to lower league, which is fair, at least maybe 2-3 years' time. That's football. That's part of football. You have to pack your bags. At the end of the day, you can't be in football forever. So, yeah, for Highlanders, I think they've done business. And then for Hwange, I think going back to veterans, you can see why. Because most of these young boys is now more to do with feeding their families. They want where signing on fees are. If you look at all those boys that have left Hwange, most of them, they've signed 1-year contracts. Some of them, they've signed 2-year contracts. Some of them, they've been resuscitated back into football. Hwange watu forgotten, players like Pakamani. I last heard him, I think that was before COVID, but now he's back again at Hwange. he was a dead ball specialist. That's how I get to know him playing for Hwange. But now he has been quiet. For Winston, I think he last played for ZPC before, being arrested for allegations of, doing drugs and all. But he was also a good player, and he's a veteran. I think Hwange, they want to make sure that franchise level doesn't go down, to lower league again, because it's very difficult, Mr. Teach, kwenda pasi, then you want to come back again. I think that's why they are going for all those veterans. Most of them, they've played for Hwange before, so I think they know the system.
It's your premier football show, The Couch, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Konapo, Ipapo, pa ZTM Prime, DSV channel 294, the place to be.